Welcome back, everyone. This is spotlightmlrit, and I am Saryu. You might know me already from my literati episode. And we're back with another one called the defense episode, which is quite interesting because we have equally interesting guests right here, Anirudh and Mayur. So, these people have been passionate about something all their life, and their goals have been quite different from all of ours because we are here in BTech for some other things. So, if your goals align similarly, you'll be a lot more interested in this episode. Okay, so Mayur and Anirudh, talk about what inspired you to get into defense in the first place.
So, I think like most of the people around the college, I come from a civilian background, as in my dad wasn't in the forces. But the advantage that I had, or maybe like a luck or something, that I stay in a cantonment area. So there's cantonment.
What is a cantonment area?
So where there are army units or any any regiment or any battalion is there present at that place, you call that place a cantonment. Okay. So I stay in Secunderabad. So Secunderabad is a proper cantonment area. So seeing all those people around you all your life, since your birth, you in fact interact with them on a regular basis. So automatically a thing clicks into you that, oh, what if we become part of the organization? Yeah. So that was my main inspiration. Also, movies play a very important role. Like I'm a huge Bollywood fan.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons. Also my parents never stopped me from exploring new stuff. So yeah, that was one of the most important reasons why I could go choose that option for me.
Okay. And what about you?
So my passion started off as in my father is in defense. So basically I grew up in the cantonment area. To sum it up again, all the areas that you see
so very
under the
different
borders.
backgrounds.
Yep. So my father was in defense, like he was in army. He retired as in Subedar Major. So where my defense my passion lies is when my father got retired, when I got into the civil areas, I realized how different it is where I grew up. So I was so fond of that area. I grew up like that, so I wanted to go back again there, something like that. So the thing is, my father left out at Subedar Major, and the next rank is lieutenant, where I will continue. So again, somewhere around that corner.
Nice. That's a good thing.
Yeah, so somewhere around that corner, that's also hit.
Don't worry, they're all gonna support you.
Yeah,
Bro is confident.
But it's a nice mindset. Yeah.
Yep.
So now you guys have given your exams, right?
Yep.
You've given your NDA, and both of these people have cleared their NDA, by the way, and they've went for
the NDA written. Yeah, the written exam. Yeah.
So how was it? Because I know preparing for JEE and this is equally tough.
Yep, it's equally tough. So JEE is mainly, as I think everybody knows in the college, it's just mathematics, physics, chemistry. But coming to NDA is maths and another test called the general ability test. It's more of comprises of GK, first of all English, and then GK, a bit of current affairs, the basic physics, chemistry and biology. So yeah, JEE involves a different type of preparation. This involves a different type of preparation because NDA is conducted by the UPSC. Okay. So surely.
And we all know how UPSC.
Exactly. So that's the reason NDA requires a type of. It's not that you don't have to prepare, but it's more of like.
See, I'll tell you about the preparation ka journey kind of a thing in the NDA, and if you have to compare with any other exams. For example, take JEE. So thing is, in JEE, again, 3 subjects, you need a complete detailed, information or knowledge about. But NDA isn't like that. Your maths ka level of questions will be much more chiller than the JEE. Don't worry about it if anyone wants to write it. But the actual difference where it lies is, it has a vast variety of knowledge that you have to get. Something like, kitne sare subjects are there? Physics, chemistry, like general knowledge. All these things are there in that exam. So that makes it different. And isn't like ND exam is easy or JEE exam is easy. They both are equally tough.
Exactly. You cannot compare an orange to an apple in the same way it is.
Now, after clearing NDA, they've gone to SSB.
Yep.
Right? and
That
which
was
was
hell out of a
another
journey.
journey altogether.
Yeah,
Something
it
very different,
is.
because it's not something you can get from your brain. Like you can't write it out.
Yes.
So okay, so SSB is so the people who are new to this terms, SSB is Services Selection Board. Maybe the moment you click in Google, you might find something
Yeah,
else.
I googled it.
Yeah.
And I found what was that?
Shasastra Simabal. Shasastra
Yeah.
Simabal is a paramilitary force.
Acha,
It doesn't come under the defense Ministry of Defense.
Yeah.
So NDA is an entry through which you can join Army, Navy, and Air Force.
Mm.
Okay, and once you clear your written, you go for the SSB, Services Selection Board.
Mm.
There you have different kind of tests. You have all, like, mostly they're trying to check your psychology,
Mm.
your psychological, like your mental thing, and they're trying
Basically
to check.
how you are, like mentally you perform. The
Yep.
whole test is basically performed in a way to check your mental mostly. If
So-
you like listen to all the procedures which is out there.
So
and
at the end, both of these, NDA and SSB alike, when you combine it together, they want like a perfect person.
not exactly perfect, rather a person who can,
A person who is suitable for
who's
that.
suitable for the
Who's
post.
suitable for joining defense.
Exactly.
The
not,
whole
not
procedures
perfect.
are made like that ki how quick you will react to situations which might be heartwarming for someone, which might be very emotional for someone. So the whole procedure is like that to check your mental ki at this situation will you be able to perform or not. Suppose if I have to give an example, border में एक सबने border movie देखी होगी. So at that time क्या कहते हैं ये the main character had to decide क्या कहते हैं should he shoot or not, right? When his gun got क्या कहते हैं ruptured, right? So his friend got some reels or something like a spring kind of a thing, right? So that thing matters. At that time, what will you do? So they want to check your psychological thing ki at the time of warfare or at the time of a critical situation, how you will perform. The whole test is like that.
So we have like a series of 5 days, right, for
Yes.
all the tests and
Yes.
everything, and we have group activities and everything
Yes,
combined.
yes, yes.
So
How
SSB.
did?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the fun part actually.
Yeah. So SSB should not be taken as a competition, but should be
Exactly.
taken as a normal fun task which you're doing with your friends.
Mm.
Okay. So okay, for
So
the
walk
people.
us through the activities.
Okay.
We might have justified it as SSB in a way ki it's very competitive and it's tough, but no, it's not at all actually like
It's
that.
not like
very
that.
fun when you go there.
So it's not about being tough. Rather, if you're suitable for it, you
It
will
will be
make
fun
through
for
it.
you,
That
in
is
fact.
exactly, that is how it is. And SSB. So okay, we were talking about SSB. SSB.
He has a lot of fun stories. for us,
Yeah.
basically. Because how many times have you attempted it?
I have been to 8 SSBs.
So yeah.
For me, it's 2.
Okay, so SSB is a procedure for 5 days.
Mhm.
Okay, the first day we have something called a screening test.
Mm.
So basically, what they do is somewhere around 200 to 300 people come at that place, aspirants or candidates, you can say.
The people basically who have cleared their written, they appear for the SSB. So suppose 3,000
So yeah,
people
for the
cleared.
people who are watching right here,
Yes.
who are in BTech right now and they want to go for SSB,
Hmm.
you said something about a technical entry. Do you want to explain that?
So surely there are people around right
Yeah.
now who have crossed the age of 19 and a half. So that
Yeah.
is the requirement of NDA. Like they say
Oh.
clearly
Okay.
that a person who is older than 19 and a half cannot join the academy at this moment.
Okay.
Yes.
So people might be wondering, "Arey, did I lose a chance or something?"
So
But it's
at
not
all
like that.
It's not at all like that. See, after BTech also you'll get your many chances.
Hmm.
See, there's CDS entries there, TGC entries there, and they are very different entries from each other. CDS entry is something like NDA, where you write your exam and you get your SSB calls and everything. But TGC entry is there based upon your CGPA and stuff, which is there in the BTech right now.
So guys,
So
Take-
that's like another reason for you to study hard.
take your
So yeah,
your
if you want
CGPA
like free SSB
seriously.
without writing an exam, so be focused in your BTech because at the end your CGPA marks will matter when you'll be called for TGC entry.
All right.
So there are a lot of entries. In fact, there's not only CDS, TGC. There's short service tech. Then there is there's
so many entries.
university entry scheme. And then coming to Navy, you have something called INET entry. Right now, they've not, after COVID, they haven't started it yet. They will soon.
And
INET.
yeah, if any NCC guy or girl is watching, you guys can also go through and like defense through NCC entry.
Yes,
if you have your
if
CT
you-
certificate
yep.
done at the time after 4 years of your BTech, then you can apply for your NCC entry also.
Yep. If you have your C certificate, you'll get a direct SSB chance.
Yes, you don't even have to write any exams and stuff.
Nothing. No exam.
So these tests also focus on the psychology of it all,
Yeah.
right?
So basically on the second day, you have 4 tests psychological. The
Okay.
first one is TAT, a
Yes.
thematic appreciation test.
Huh?
TAT, TAT.
Dude, if you
Thema-
guys don't know how to write, na, it will be very hectic for
Yep,
you.
you have to write, you
literally,
have
the
to
whole
keep
essay
writing,
thing,
you
you
have
have
to
to keep writing and writing. So yeah, he will tell you more about it. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so first you have TAT, thematic appreciation
Okay.
test. So basically they show you 12 slides, which includes 11 pictures and one blank slide, like a proper white slide. Each picture is there for 4 minutes out there. You have to look at the picture, you have to write a story. You have to look at the picture, write a story. This process goes on till the last slide comes. So
Okay.
basically, in the duration of 1 hour, you are writing 12 stories out there.
These stories will be shown to you just 30 seconds. You write
Each
it for
picture will be
4.5.
shown.
Yeah.
Each picture will be shown.
Yeah.
Each
Each
picture
picture will be shown to you for like 30
seconds, and you will be
and
given
in
like
4.5 minutes or something, 4.5 minutes to 5 minutes ke andar, you will be you will have to write your story, and then next picture will come up.
Is it
They
like a
keep
blurred
on
picture?
happening.
No, it's a clear
Unlike
picture.
the screening ke time ka wala test, these pictures
Uh,
will be
very
crystal
clear. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have something called the word association test, in which you have like 60 words. Each word will be there for 15 seconds, and once the 15 seconds are done, there will be an other word coming.
Okay.
So basically,
Dude, 60 words. ठीक है,
60 words will be
60
coming,
keep popping
will
to
be
you.
coming like a bullet.
I mean,
Yes.
I think I can write it. am I thinking?
Obviously, at this point, 60 words ही तो है.
Exactly, but then when you actually start writing,
Yeah.
they start appear like bullets.
Bullets.
Tuck, 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 tuck. That is what happens.
Miss
We're
one,
getting
na,
trauma from it.
exactly. If you miss one, na, suppose you are there in 34th one, and a word pops up like good. ठीक है, my teacher was a good teacher, something like that you wrote. I'm not focusing on it. So and the next word came and you missed it. So now what will happen? You will keep writing the rest of the ones.
So
And in the
basically,
end-
you'll miss an order. You'll miss an order.
will go wrong, and in the end you will realize at the last word you will be like, why I'm there in 59.
Exactly.
Did it happen to you?
It happens. It does happen. It does
Okay.
happen.
It does happen very often though. People like start off at 1 and end up at 54 also.
54 also, yeah.
58.
Because 15 seconds, you feel
It's
15 seconds,
barely enough
it's
time.
long, but when you actually start writing, you realize 15 seconds is like a bullet.
Okay, for if you want to check it yourself, I'm giving you a word, suicide. This was there for me. And another word will be game. 15 seconds may make something up. Then you'll realize.
Exactly.
Yeah. Time
So
has
that is
passed.
how, and then you have a situation reaction test. So somewhere between 26 to 30 minutes are given. You have 60 situations in a paper, and you have to
Yes.
write your response. As in, if you're there in the situation, what will you do?
Like a bomb diffusing situation.
Yeah,
or-
maybe. No. These can be normal, general. Like, let's assume you're going for an interview.
Okay, my sister got divorced.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
something like
probably
that.
Okay.
See, it
Or
can be
maybe-
as simple as your you last saw your cat in your room. ठीक है? You last saw your cat in your room and you're not able to find it right now. What will you do?
Something very basic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, something
Search for the
very-
rest of the room.
What would he say to that?
I'm just saying it can be as simple as that
Okay.
and very, very emotionally challenging also.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically,
Yep.
something like you're going to an interview or something. You lose your wallet at the railway station. What will you do?
Yeah.
Cry.
Basically. Again an answer, yeah.
Yeah. See, that is what you'll write. So basically, you're
They're not taking me.
Yeah. So
he's saying, yeah, but no, dude, it doesn't work like that.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
So basically, they're trying to check your emotional intelligence. Will you do good when there's a situation like that? Will you actually keep your awareness
It
out
should
there?
click automatically.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Like remember when I said the whole procedures are meant to check your psychological or your mental thing. This is exactly what it means. Like it's so time constrained that you have to write in such a short amount of time that everything will come up from your subconscious level.
Exactly.
So you won't have much time to think about it. It will be like
They're
when
checking
go
you on a
go
subconscious level.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's how-
Exactly.
If
That-
you are
Precise
mentally-
because
Exactly.
unless you're subconscious, you
Yes.
don't write
Yeah,
the
yeah.
truth out there.
Yes. See, if time is there, everyone can fake out. If
Exactly,
I'm given a word like क्या कहते हैं, death or something, I can make nice questions, nice lines of things I can
I
make.
won't let anyone die or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But who knows?
Very
That,
Who knows?
that-
I would
And-
do that.
and then the last is self-description test.
Okay.
So they ask you to write your answers on 5 questions. The first being what your parents think about you, what your teachers think about you, what your friends think about you,
What do you
what
think
do you
about
think
yourself?
and what you think you will be in the next few years, or what do you want to be in the next few years?
Everyone buttify it and comes to that exam.
You shouldn't be doing that. Rather,
Yeah,
you should
exactly.
just be writing what clicks to your mind at that
What
moment.
if there's a person with like very low self-esteem?
Improve.
No, if they write something, are they in or not?
Depends.
See, not
We
up
don't
to
know. We don't
See, it's
know.
like
We
if
don't
he's-
know.
See, I'm
if
just
he's-
like curious about how they test it,
Yeah,
how they give
yeah.
points to
The
each
thing
and
is
every
that
procedure.
It is a very vast level of testing, I would say, because suppose you said he's in low self-esteem, he might be very good in something else. He might be very good with the team. He might be very good in performing psychological tasks.
Maybe it's more
Right.
of like a
He may not be
psychological
able
thing
to-
for him that he
Yeah.
has that self-esteem, but
Suppose
as then
he-
but most probably he is good at stuff.
Yes.
So people are there like
he's
that.
not able to perform at the group task, but he's exceptionally well in kya kehte hai, what we say interview, and he performed exceptionally well in his psychological part. They won't neglect that thing. If something
It's
which
just
can
like
be
that
improved,
overshadows it.
yeah,
Mm.
if something which can be improved after you join the company, they'll definitely take you in.
And these are psychological tests. And then now, so okay, since we have covered psychology and
It's
as
both
well as
nightmares and a very good thing to talk about.
yeah.
Like,
No,
like
so,
for us who have
so again
actually
we
been
are
there.
again I'm constantly telling you don't take it as a competition or a
Exactly,
task.
it's very
Rather,
fun thing.
just for the fun part, just go attempt it.
You know how you're telling it? Instead of going to Wonderla on a weekend getaway, go for SS.
Yeah, it's not a weekend getaway. It's a
It's a
proper.
lot more fun.
It's a proper 5-day getaway.
Yeah.
Fun, dude. You remember in literati event there was something called story writing. I forgot the actual name of the event.
The
people-
four-tail.
Tale of four, yeah, tale of four,
right.
yeah.
So it's something like that, but instead of 4 tails, it will be like 11 tails.
Yeah, 11 pictures. Okay, so now we have talked about group task as well as psychological.
Yes.
The last remains is the
Yes.
personal interview.
It is nerve-wracking.
So personal interview doesn't have any time limit. It can anyway range from an half an hour to 2
This guy
hours.
got interviewed for 1.5 hours.
Yes, my last interview was
feel
Max for 45 minutes.
my last interview was the most scariest one. I don't know why. Most probably because when I went for the interview, I had already been selected, but I went again. So most probably he was more curious that why is this guy coming again and again, even after getting selected. So then he started questioning. Like the interview has a proper procedure. First, they make you fill something called a PIQ, a personal information questionnaire, which contains all your personal details from your where you stay, what you're doing right now, what about your parents, like what do they do, how much do they earn, your extracurricular activities, your hobbies, your any achievements if there are any.
If you have to simply say, na, remember what you say in myself when you stand up in the class.
Guys, in simple, it's a BD.
Yeah,
BD.
it's simple, simply BD.
BD. Exactly. So interview has a very basic procedure. The first is this: whatever you've written in the questionnaire, he'll again ask you. He wants to know more about the
Yes.
interviewer wants to know more about like where, what you have done, if you have achieved this, what did you do to achieve it. He wants to know like are you really the person what the questionnaire is actually showing. Like,
Yes.
are you really that?
Yes.
That is what he's trying to see.
Fact checking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
See,
Yeah,
you
fact
cannot
checking.
fake it out there. He will definitely catch you.
You should never fake it out, guys.
Exactly. I'll tell you an incident what happened with my friend. ठीक है? He said कि he was fond of reading books. ठीक है? Max 2 या 3 book ही पढ़ा होगा उसने life में. But he said he is fond of reading books. So what he wrote it in his PIQ form that he is fond of reading books. At the time of interview, the guy asked what all books you have read. So he named some of them, and one of them, the person who was taking interview also read it. So he asked him questions from that, and at that time, obviously, he couldn't answer
he
it properly.
couldn't answer it. So that is
So
what
yeah,
happened.
it's better not to fake it.
Terrible
dude.
luck.
So after the personal questions, then you have something related to the current affairs. Like let's assume you're going now, he might end up asking you Israel, Palestine or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe something which is going on in your state. Like let's assume Telangana, we're talking about elections right now. So he might ask you, what do you think
See,
the
I'll tell you
election
this one
results
thing,
might be?
in the SSB procedures, your current affair knowledge do matters. Like
It does matter. Yeah.
they check you in a way ki like how socially aware you are.
Exactly.
This is also what we say a stepping stone what they check out there. Like how socially aware you are, what is happening around you. Do you even know about kya kehte hai ye all the places in India, like Aksai chain is different, what is ye line of
He
actual
tries to
control.
check your general
Yeah.
knowledge also. So I was telling Anirudh the other day, the last interview which I went to, he was asking, so the last time I went to was in 2022. I think there was some issue going on in India, something related, some crisis was going on in India, and he was asking me about that. So somewhere I was not giving like proper answers. Like back then I had exam, then I had left, so I didn't read anything. So he was constantly asking me, and all of a sudden he asked me what's the full form of ATM. I was like, huh? ATM? that came out of nowhere. So then I was like, I told him it's automatic teller machine.
When you are telling about something, na, like if you're in the
When
flow,
you're
you are
searching for a
explaining.
connection between ATM
Yeah,
and
Exactly. I was like, huh, this
See,
crisis
it sums you
ATM?
up.
Exactly. What happened to an ATM?
Suppose you're telling about an issue in the Indo-China war, and he suppose instead like he stops you midway. What's the full form of ATM?
ATM, yeah, I think something like
India-China war
that.
chal raha tha, where
Exactly.
how we are in ATM right now.
Yeah.
So a similar incident happened to me also. I remember now. So at my interview, I was telling about like he was asking me normally my the things which I wrote in PIQ, like sports, hobbies, all those things. And in between, he asked me. I wrote in my hobbies. My hobby was running. So he asked me, "What's your speed in kilometer per hour?" Okay. I knew my distance and all those things, so I remember we have to multiply by 15 by 8 or 5 by 8. I
18
guess.
by 5.
18 by 5. See, I still am not clear with it. So he asked me that. I said the speed in meters per second, but he asked me in kilometer per hour. He asked me again, like, are you sure this is correct? Then I'm like, wow, is it correct or not?
Yeah,
And
that is what they do.
But did it click for you?
Like, I'm not sure. See, I confidently said the speed in meters per second. Ki, haan, sir, it's this much. And he is like, ah. Then he literally asked me again, like, is it correct? Is it like actually correct? Think about it. Then I was like, okay. I think I messed up. So I'll reciprocate it and I multiply and say again. So something like that happens. Like, it literally stunned me at that moment.
So these all tests happen on the second, third, and the fourth day.
Yes.
And the fifth day, you have something called the conference, as in wherein the people who all have till now judged you, let it be the
Before he continues, if you think interview was nerve-wracking, no. Conference.
conference. Even though conference is like for just 5 to 10 minutes.
What is conference?
So I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'm coming to that.
No, so they've explained me
I see
all of
someone
this
being
before. Only
curious.
the conference part was remaining.
You don't remember?
No, you
Okay,
don't.
let me tell you. Okay, so in conference, basically, so till now you have gone through psychological tests, you've gone to group testing and a personal interview. These all are done by a set of officers in the army or whichever defense force you're applying to. So the psychologist, all the psychologists will be sitting on the left side of a table.
It's a U-shape.
It's a U-shaped table.
Big U-shaped table.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and all the group testing officers will be sitting on the right side of the table, and in front of your personal interview, that can be either the president or the deputy president of the board.
Did they just like stare you to death?
Yeah, of course they do that.
Oh,
The-
they're all dressed up in their actual uniform, like full stars.
yeah,
everything
proper
on.
uniform.
Very
Okay, when you
intimidating.
see that night, like literally
Yeah.
anyone will get intimidated.
Exactly. All
See,
they are
What
literally.
is the point of it?
See,
Like
I'll
the
tell you,
entire
a
thing?
brigadier, like the commanding officer at that time, will be the what we say interviewer. Mostly it happens like that. So he's literally almost in the rank of colonel or brigadier. So I'll tell you an example what this rank actually means. Brigadier means he has one complete brigade under him, around 15 to 20,000 men under him.
Yep.
This is what it means under that person, under the single person. So obviously when you go there, when you see him, like all these people dressed up like that, it automatically the vibe of the room is like that. It will
Exactly.
like, give you butterflies,
Yeah,
pakka.
So that is what happens. You go sit there, he asks you some questions. So that is the last stage. Like if you really think you haven't told them something in the last few days, let it be in a personal interview or somewhere you have not performed
Something
in
you
your.
can brag about.
Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah, they give you the chance. That's the last
They give you
chance.
the chance, yeah.
Exactly. They ask you that do you want to tell us something? Do you want to suggest us something? They ask you about the food, about the accommodation.
They different, like literally asked you this also. Like they asked me this. Do you know where you could have performed well?
Yeah,
or
they ask you
where
all.
you lagged, something
Can
like
you
that.
give like a feedback on the procedure itself?
Yeah, up to you. You can. They ask you for the feedback, but obviously I'm
Yeah,
not
they-
sure.
No, you can tell
you
them.
can
like,
if you have any better ideas. If you think like
Yeah,
this
you can
procedure
actually-
be improved,
yeah,
you,
exactly.
they can.
Hmm.
See, that's why they
That-
ask you.
that's why
Conference
they
pe, one of the questions will pakka remain ki yeah, what is the feedback? See, conference is just like to calm you up to say ki the procedures are ended. You have done well. Like the last checking, like last talking to you.
the last is the
Yeah.
last like a task or whatever you can say. That's the last part. After that, it's the results. You have your lunch and then the results.
Yep. Lunch again. You'll be sitting in a big hall.
Yep, a very big hall.
Okay, a very big hall you'll be sitting and they'll be like telling you the numbers like chest number 32 like okay, come to the dais.
Yep.
Chest
So
number
basically,
12,
whenever you go to
something
an SSB, they give you something called a chest number. It has a number on it. So basically, how people wear in the marathons, they wear a chest number, right?
Yeah.
In the same way, we have a chest number. So you're nowhere called by your name there. It's only
And
your
they place
chest
for
number.
chest.
It's only your chest number. Even in the complete 5 days, it's just the chest number. Let it be a task, let it be even your dome or anything. It's only chest number.
Yes, you're not called by your name at that time. It's just your number.
Number.
So after clearing all of these psychological trauma and everything that exists,
No, it's not
you
trauma.
get to choose something. Right? There's a lot of things you get to choose from. It's very diverse.
Yeah, so after getting selected, you go to the academy, you get your training done. Then you have to join a, what do you say, like so basically army is a very big organization. It's not one single thing that you have to only join the foot soldiers. You can join the artillery, the people who handle guns. You can join the mechanized infantry.
So wait, which one did you want to go into?
I told infantry when I went to NDA last time. In fact I told the regiment also, Maratha light infantry also. I
Yeah.
told, yeah.
Infantry foot soldiers.
Yeah, basically the foot
The
soldiers.
one who fights in the front lines.
So then you have artillery, you have the armored, the people who ride tanks. You have signals, people responsible for the communication. You have electrical and mechanical engineers, EME.
Yeah.
The people who are responsible for the complete, like whatever instruments
All
are there in the army,
repairs, all the
repairs
maintenance
and all.
is taken care by EME.
And then you have
I want to join
ordnance.
EME.
You have ordnance corps, which is responsible for the weapons. Like whatever related to the weapons, ordnance take care of.
Yes.
And then you have engineers. Engineers are responsible for laying the bridges or laying mines inside fields.
And obviously there's Army Medical Corps. Like
There's medical
stuff.
corps. So army is a very big organization. There's not
Yeah.
just and also there's logistics, the army service corps, which take care of the logistics. Because
Sure, all of this information is very overwhelming.
because
Yeah,
India
and
India is
obviously
India
there
is
is
a
also
very
that.
different country, right? You have all the way Kashmir, you have Rajasthan, you have northeast, then you have the south.
And don't
So-
forget about the para SF. But Uri.
Uri the surgical strike.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
para also comes under the army, like. So wherever it is, so these all stuff matter. Like that's why it's such a big organization.
Yes.
So now that the audience have a proper idea on what to get into, I'm sure they're searching each and every keyword. out
Yeah,
there.
they would most
Or
probably.
not, probably we don't know. But yeah, so for all the ones who are still interested, after listening to all of this,
Yes.
what's your advice?
What's your advice?
Okay, I think most of you might be thinking, we are computer science guys. We are from EC. Where do we like stand in the army? Like, can we actually go become soldiers? Guys, you should realize that we are in a world where people are moving towards cyber warfare.
Yes.
Even the army themselves has told that in the next 10 years they might start in fact recruiting computer science guys more, because cyber warfare has become a thing.
Yeah.
So this is your chance, guys. So it's a chance where you can actually exactly you can go get a life which is very different from the normal life what we have out here.
So if you're a very outgoing person, if you wanna like shift around places, if you want to enjoy everything, and at the same time you have to be serious as well. So my advice, if I have to say, will be, see, if you want a very adventurous life, if you have an outgoing nature, you can like seek out this position. And the thing is that again the perks comes into the place. See, me being a defense brat, I could say, because we have canteen facilities, we have quarters available to us. I don't have to pay my water bill. I didn't have to
is a
pay.
supermarket.
Okay, if I have to.
So
like,
canteen is basically you get all your stuff at 50 to 60% discount.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Example, I'll say Cadbury जो तुम 80 रुपया खरीदते हो, I buy it in 40.
Exactly.
ठीक है?
That's
So, yeah.
proper 50%.
Get all of your stuff from him.
Never mind.
So
He
yeah.
started a business now.
Okay, so yeah, there are many other perks. See, if you are again traveling comes into the place. When my father was in defense, 2 train tickets, which is 2 tier, was free for us. 1 air ticket was free for us. So traveling takes place. If you're in Delhi, DGR regiment around that place, your complete petrol charges will be free. See, all these, there are many other perks which is out
Exactly.
there.
No, and the biggest part being you wouldn't have to worry about the pay, because
Yes.
right now Indian Army has
Yeah.
one of the greatest pays at this moment.
So yeah, and the thing
Which
is
is
that
how much?
Like I cannot like tell you the proper
This
figure.
This is
because
how
we
you
will-
know he's actually passionate. He's not in it for the money.
So the
All-
thing is that out of
Mm.
all the perks, then you get medical facilities also.
Exactly.
free.
They're all of free.
Like this was very big thing. If you're getting the medical fees free, like because medical charges do cost a lot. That's why.
And okay, so no doubt the patriotism comes to its part.
Yes.
But as a human being, as a person who has different responsibilities, you have to look towards something as a career also. And surely army is something to look at a thing as a career, because patriotism, okay, your first priority. Second thing might be the other, like the pay, the facilities, and the main thing, guys, the respect in society which you get.
Yes. Yes.
Let it be any person on the road.
Anything.
You go tell them of the Indian Army, they'll be like, yeah, hats off, salute.
Yeah.
So the respect which you get is a next level motivation for a person to join.
See, I'll tell you, when I used to go in my scooty with my dad, when they used to salute at my dad, and when my dad used to salute them back, it was so nice to see. And it's even nicer to see now. So that's why, again, a motivation for me also to join again. So yeah.
So that's the thing.
So we can also see how the media represents the army.
Yeah.
Some of it portrays it in a good way and some of it in a bad way, right?
Okay. I
Because
think.
a lot of people think when they see movies like Uri and everything, they get scared. They get very
Yes.
scared,
Yup.
thinking this is very valiant for me. This is not something I can get into.
Yes.
So media shows you the front end side of it, but for an organization to run, you need to have a proper back end.
Yeah.
Even talking through a engineering scale, front end front end is just to see, but the
Again,
back end has to be the back end has to be very strong, so that the server doesn't crash in the same way.
It's all
For
connected.
exactly,
Yes.
you can put it out here also. The back end has to be really strong for
The foundation
for
has
such
to
a
be
big
strong.
organization to run smoothly.
Yeah.
So as a person, even if you even if you want to join the organization, you can even be part of the back end, end up
Yeah,
joining a services field
Yes.
or
So the
something.
thing is that it's not about just frontline, go fight at the border.
Exactly,
go
it's not
at
that.
at the end to sacrifice your life. Like you have seen so many movies, so uski hisab se you perform a mentality like a stereotypical mind. Ki yeah, defense is all about fighting and fighting and fighting.
Exactly.
It's not like
it's
that.
not like that.
That's why we told you about so many segments out there. The medical segment, infantry, which actually like the fighting part. Then EME, if you think your mechanical skills are nice, if you are good in maintenance and all those stuff, then EME is a choice for you. So yeah, there are many segments which you can try.
Also, there's military intelligence.
Yes, again, intelligence part is.
And you know
also
what
there.
military intelligence fun part is? We don't know anything about
We
it.
don't know anything,
Anything at
about it, literally. See, I could say as of now, I don't even know the procedures how to join intelligence part of army.
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's got their knowledge from shows like Family Guy.
Yeah, that is the thing. Also, I told you cyber warfare is a thing in today's date. So in the next 10 years, you can see, in the next 1 to 2 decades, you can see that army actually starts recruiting, or maybe even gives a separate core or something which will actually involve into cyber warfare.
Yeah.
So no doubt, computer science guys, don't worry, you guys have jobs somewhere in the government side also.
A lot of scope in the future. In the
Yep,
military,
it is.
yeah.
Yes, lot of scope.
Now, I think this discussion has come to an end, and we're very sad to see you go. Now, these people will be around the campus.
So yeah, guys, if you have really any other queries, or if you want to know more, you can
And if you
come.
want to share some stories.
Yeah, you can come catch us around in the campus. Me or
Yes.
Anirudh will be somewhere around here.
Somewhere.
Near CI or near in the canteen or somewhere. Come meet us,
Not
talk
in
to us.
classes.
So
Anywhere.
all the persons who are listening, if you have any special stories or nice your experience or
Yep,
something
you-
like that to tell us or share us, or if you have any doubt about it, so you can approach us anytime and ask about it.
And also a big salute to the complete Spotlight team, guys. Whatever the complete team, Saryu, Narendra, Deepthi, Pavan, Pavan Tej,
If you guys
Nitish.
can't see them, we can. They're standing right
Nitish.
over there.
Nitish and Ashrit.
Okay.
Okay, guys, you guys are really doing a
This has
fantastic
been,
job.
we
I
can see two people cringing over there, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
okay,
Okay.
guys, you guys are really doing a good job. I hope you come out with more episodes as such.
They're there.
Okay. So, yeah. The links are down in the description below. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.